Alright, so I've been doing a bunch of testing between these compact impact drivers on my channel. If you want to see performance and head-to-heads, go check out the shorts on my channel to get a better impression of these tools. So yeah, I'm going to give my overall kind of what I think I'd recommend and what I think is the best here. So first of all, getting into price, Milwaukee's around $190 for a kit with a drill. Ridgid is about $150 with a kit and a drill, but they do have a free battery promotion. I think Metabo is about like $130 or so. The prices really do fluctuate, I'd say, and kind of depending on where you get them. But if you are patient, you actually can get some really good deals on the Metabo stuff. But I'd say for this, we'll just say it's about like $130. The Ryobi is about $140 with a drill. Of course, they do have a free battery promotion going on right now. So second of all, getting into the compactness of each tool. Now, this is where Ryobi is really not good. This is the biggest tool here, hands down, and it's really not even that compact in my opinion. Now, for Ryobi tools, yes, it is kind of smaller, but compared to this stuff, it's way bigger and way heavier. So in that regards, I really wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, so moving on. This tool is actually pretty narrow, but it is kind of a longer tool. It is actually pretty similar in length to the Ryobi, but it is much more narrow and small. And it's really not that bad. It's pretty lightweight. Now these tools, the Ridgid and the Milwaukee, are very similar in size. I mean, almost the same. I think the Milwaukee is maybe just a little bit smaller. And the weight, maybe the Milwaukee's a little bit lighter. So yeah, pretty similar for sure. They do a very good job of being compact for sure, these tools. So yeah, moving on to like ergonomics. Again, Ryobi doesn't feel bad in the hands, but it is very big and heavy. Wouldn't recommend it. This one, the Metabo, feels excellent in the hands. It's very smooth, great grip, feels, very good ergonomics on Metabo. Now, the Ridgid has a more tactical feel compared to like the Metabo, but everything is very easy. It's very lightweight and feels very good in the hands. The Milwaukee has a smooth kind of feel to it, like the Metabo, which is very nice. It's very grippy. The only thing I don't like is personally the trigger for forward and reverse. I can't really easily get to compared to like these two and even the Ryobi. And that's kind of where this thing is kind of its downfall, and where I'd say I kind of like these more in terms of ergonomics. So yeah, again, performance, you can go see that with like my shorts. But generally, the Milwaukee's kind of the top, the Ridgid, Metabo, and Ryobi. This Ryobi being kind of the worst in performance. And that kind of brings me to my overall what I would recommend. So in terms of recommendations, I can't recommend the Ryobi for the money that these cost, and considering they're very similar, there's no way I'd recommend this. I'd always say go for one of these. Now the Milwaukee, pretty good performance and all, but personally not my favorite, and it does have a high cost price point. So I honestly probably wouldn't recommend this either. Now maybe if the ergonomics are good for you, maybe it would be a good choice. But that leaves me with these two. I'd say both are solid choices. I do really like the fact that this Ridgid is the only one here that has different modes, which is kind of surprising, but that really kind of puts it ahead in my opinion. So I'd honestly say Ridgid is probably the best here in my opinion. Just overall performance, feel, features, of course, and the price point. This is pretty good. Now, the Metabo, like I said before, they do have some pretty good sales and deals that can be found on these tools, and they do feel really good, very lightweight, and it does perform pretty decently. So I'd say if you find, a good deal out there, you can't go wrong with the Metabo. It's a pretty solid tool as well. And yeah, that's basically my overall impressions on these compact tools here. Again, if you want to see performance, go check out the shorts on my channel. I will be uploading some more here in the future, so you can get a better idea of the performance of these tools.